Yeah. Every time I sit here and press record, it takes a while for me to get going because so much stuff pop in my head and I don't really know what to start. Let me just start off by saying, hey y'all, hey. And what's bothering me at this very moment is, okay, this guy keeps calling me. My friend, I've known him since I was a young girl. And I just gotta say it, y'all. His breath was so stank. And I'm not trying to start the video off talking crap about nobody. I'm truly not. I'm truly not. I'm just so bothered because why was your breath so stank? Huh? I'm just so bothered. Last night his breath stank my car up. I'm debating should I tell a story time about him. I'm not sure because I don't talk about people that's a part of my life or that I truly care about. You know what I'm saying? But it's, you ever been sitting next to somebody? I already told y'all. I already slow down, girl, because I'm mad. I already told y'all the best way to smell somebody is to put them in your car. Yeah. And he stank my car up. He was just talking and talking, and then he started flicking his tongue at me. And girl, it was just stank. Why? That truly has turned me off. I said I was not going to get on his camera, and I said I was not going to rant about his breath being that funky, but I just cannot help it. It's just the first thing that came to my head. The story time I'm about to tell y'all have nothing to do with this guy breath, but it just bothers me. It bothers me that why? And then he had the nerve to try to kiss my neck, y'all. He was trying to kiss my neck, and his breath was just so stank. It was just okay. I ain't even trying to be funny. I'm just being real. That's what's on my brain just now. And it's been bothering me for hours, y'all. Cause I want to block him. But it's like he been my dog since we was kids. It's like, do you got a rotten tooth back there? Did you not brush the back of your tongue? It, girl, if this y'all first time seeing my pretty face, yes, I am Londa. I tell story times and I really, really think you're gonna like it over here. And please, don't be a silent watcher. A lot of y'all do that. Help your girl out. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit your notification. Like the video, and how we talk over here is by you commenting down below and I will respond if I see it. And if you already a part of the crew, you already know what time it is. It's time for another story time. And why his breath was so... Okay, I'm serious. Get serious, girl. You play too much. I'm serious, though, y'all. Why his breath was so stank? This story time I'm about to tell y'all have nothing to do with this guy. It's about... This happened a couple years ago, and I was like a quote-unquote chaperone to my little cousins and her little friends, child, and it was a whole lot of that happened. And yeah, I had to tell the story time because when we get to talking about stuff and reminiscing about stuff, it just bring up a whole good story time. So enough of the rambling and me being upset about this person's breath stanking up my car. Let's get into this video, child. All right, let me go ahead and get comfortable, y'all. So this was more like of a chaperone-ish situation. So I have an older cousin named, we're gonna call her Key, right? She's the mama of my little cousin. And my little cousin, I'm gonna use her name. I'm gonna call her Kay. And she's like more of a sister than a cousin because we're like the closest in age of all the cousins. So we pretty much grew up like sisters more than cousins, you know. So that's like my favorite cousin. I'm her favorite cousin. And so Key, her mama called me one day and was like, hey, mommy, what you doing this weekend? I'm like, nothing, cuz, what's good? She was like, you know, cuz, Kay turned 18 this weekend. We finna turn up. We finna party. What's good? You available? I was like, of course. Key, like, come on. Come get me. I'm at Pop House. What time are you finna come get me? So it's like Thursday when she called, right? So I'm excited now. I'm excited. I'm like, okay. My little cousin finna turn 18. We finna turn up. It's a party. And Key want me to be there, you know, because I'm her favorite cousin and I'm older than her. Of course, she probably want a little supervision. Even though she's turning 18, you know, I'm there to be reasoning with everything. So Friday come, I'm excited. I get off work. So Key called me and she's like, cuz, I'm like, I will wait, you know, make sure you ready or whatnot. And I'm like, okay, I'll be ready when you get here. She comes to Pop House, she picks me up, And she picks me up only because she wanted me to go see some things with her because I was driving myself. So she picks me up and we go look at a few things. We go check out two hotels. One was like a Hilton hotel and one was a hotel on the beach. Now, cuz Kate, the one who was turning 18, she wanted to have a hotel on the beach. Now, those of y'all who from Miami already know it's one of two things. Either you're going to get a nice big hotel, or you're going to get one of those small, very, very small hotels, aka boutique hotels on the beach, and it's like very, very tiny. So we go to the big Hilton hotel. Key was like, it's a little expensive. You know, I've already spent like a lot of money on her, just shopping, getting her whatever she want. Let's go check out this little hotel that's, you know, that's further downward by the water. We go there, you know, it's very tiny, petite, you know, it's cute or whatever. It's like a boutique hotel. When you walk in, it had all kind of pictures on the wall, all kind of antique photos. It was very cutesy or whatever. Now, we did not get to see the room, which was the big mistake. But while in the lobby, we got to walk around. They served breakfast. You know, we seen the little restaurants that was inside of the hotel. It was very cute or whatever. So Key was like, I think this is going to be our hotel. I think Kay is gonna like it. And yeah, let me go ahead and put in my reservation. Okay, cool. So she was like, okay, since we got the hotel down pack and I already, you know, made the reservation or whatnot, let me go ahead and let's start to pick up the girls. I was like, what girls? I thought it was just gonna be, you know, Kay and my other little cousin, and I'm gonna use her real name, Tiara. She was like, nah, she got like two other friends that's coming or whatever. That's why I really wanted you to be around because, you know, you her favorite cousin and she's going to be around some other girls. And I just wanted you to be there. So I was like, okay, cuz that's what's up. I could do that. We head to Carol City, aka Miami Gardens, and we pick up the cousin Tiara. Now, Tiara, I have two cousins named Tiara. One that was killed in 2014. Rest in peace to her. Not this one. We're talking about another Tiara. She's family. She's not really family. She's family, but she's not really blood family. You know how you like grow up with people. She's like one of them kind of cousins or whatnot. So we go to Miami Gardens and we pick up Tiara. Now Tiara is one of those little cousins that's very mean. Tiara don't play the radio. Tiara would check anybody about anything. She would speak her mind. She just don't care. Very unbothered. Then after we pick up Tiara, you know, because Key had a big old van at the time. So it was very spacious. Everybody putting their bags inside. And we rolling on. So we go ahead and get Tiara. Once we get Tiara, and mind you, cuz Kay was not with us at the time. She was not with us. I think she knew that she was having like a hotel party. But I don't think she knew that all of us was going to be there. So we leave from Miami Gardens and then we go ahead and we go to another part of Carol City and pick up another friend that she had. Now this girl, I'm gonna call her Bougie. Yeah, I'm gonna call her Bougie because she was like just a little bit younger than me, maybe like a year or two younger than me. So me and her were the oldest out of the group. And I'm gonna call her Bougie. And Bougie went to school with her, with Kay. So, you know, so I was like, okay, we have another girl that's around my age or whatever. It's gonna be cool. It's gonna be lit. So everybody in the back, and they talking, we vibing. I'm asking them questions, they names, you know, I'm cousin, y'all friends or whatever. Nice to meet y'all. So we have cousin Tiara, we have Bougie in the car. And then the last stop, we were gonna pick up her last friend, and we're gonna call her Lil Mama. Now, Lil Mama, I'm naming her Lil Mama because she was the youngest out of the group. If let's say Kay, cousin Kay was turning 18, Lil Mama was only like 15, 16 years old. She was that young. You know, who am I to judge to say my cousin had little young friends like that, but go off, whatever. So we go to this neighborhood way down south, right? Far away from Carol City. We drove like 40, 50 minutes out. So we pull up in this nice neighborhood and everybody in the car like, ooh, this is nice. Because it was big houses. Key pulled inside the driveway and it was, like I said, it was a nice big house, you know, two-story, had a garage. It was real nice. So Key was just like, you know, her mama is real strict, as she should be. She was like, her mama is real strict, so let's all get out and let's introduce ourselves, you know, just to put her mom mind at ease and let her know that, hey, it's just a bunch of girls and, you know, Don't mention that I'm leaving y'all at the hotel by yourself. Just, just going there so that the mama can see our face or whatnot. So I'm like, okay, cool. We all get out. We're in the living room now. This house had a big echo in it, y'all. It was real nice, real big. So we sitting in the living room at the table. The mama giving us fruit. She's real nice, real sweet. Little mama finally come out the room with her little book bag, her little spinning night bag, or whatever. She seemed like a nice girl. Little mama was very sweet. She seemed nice. She was very pretty. Let's just say, I won't call her bougie, no. We're not going to call her bougie. We're just going to say that her mom took very good care of her. She was well taken care of. She had a nice house. It looked like her mama had a nice truck. It looked like little mama didn't need or want for anything. So she was well taken care of. So Tiara off Tiara off bat, the mean cousin was just like, And I already know what that means. That means cousin Tiara was just really not feeling little mama. I won't say that she was jealous. I just would want to say that maybe she can feel her aura, maybe she could just feel her energy because cousin Tiara was not feeling her. Now the older girl Bougie, she was sweet like me. She was very welcoming. Hey little mama, nice to meet you. The mama was asking us questions and we were just like, yeah, we just gonna have a girl weekend. We gonna hang out, do little cutesy little things. And the mama mind was at ease. She was like, okay, cool. We just just make sure, she was telling little mama, like, just make sure you keep in touch with me. Make sure you keep calling me. And when I call you, you better answer that phone. She had a great mama. That's how parents should be. Stay on that ass. So once Key, talked to the mama, whatever, we all got into the van and we all pulled out, right? Once we leave from Little Mama house, we go back up to the city. Now, Key and Kay, they stayed in Carol City. Like everybody, and most of my family is from Carol City. So we head back to the apartment to where Key stayed at and where my cousin Kay was, the birthday girl. So we pull up in the van and she calls Kay. She was like, come downstairs. When Kay come downstairs, she was just excited. Her face just was brighten up. She didn't know all of us was coming. She knew she was gonna do something for the weekend, but she had no idea that her mama had done put all this together for her. So when she came downstairs and seen all us in the truck, van, whatever it was, she was like excited and stuff, like, almost in tears. And then of course the first person she hugged was me, because I'm her favorite cousin mommy, right? So we hugging and we talking, and she was like, oh, my, thank you. I didn't know that you was going to bring my friends for a spend the night. No, we're not spending the night. Go pack your bags. We have a hotel on the beach. It's going to be litty. So when we told her that, she was just getting more and more excited. So she got her things or whatever, and none of us went upstairs. We just waited all in the van for her. It didn't take her no time. I don't know if she went up there and just grabbed whatever shoes, underclothes, outfit she could find, but she was downstairs in like 5 minutes. She didn't waste no time. So she come back downstairs and she's talking to Key, and she was like, oh, thank you, Ma, thank you for all of this. She was just very grateful. She was excited about everything. So we leave. We hit the bridge. You have to hit the bridge to get to Miami Beach, y'all. So we approaching the hotel. She's like, oh, I got a hotel on the beach. It's gonna be a hotel party. Yeah, we having a hotel party. And we approaching this little hotel or whatever. Now from the outside, like I said, the outside just looked nice. It was cool. We all get our bags and we finna check into the room. Now I told y'all me and Key had done this early in the day before we picked up the girls. However, we did not see the rooms. We just picked the 2-bedroom suite. It had like an extra pull-out couch. We just knew the amenities inside of it, but we did not go inside. Why Key didn't go inside, I have no idea. But we're in the lobby. All of us got our bags. We know it's gonna be a lit weekend. The girls is talking. They're getting to know each other. Tiara is quiet because, like I told y'all, Tiara is the mean cousin. She don't really interact that much, but she was vibing a little bit. Everybody in the lobby. Key get the key to the hotel room. Key didn't waste no time. Key had her own plans. My big cousin, she had her own plans. She was like, here go the keys to the room. Here go, here, you get a key, you get a key, mommy, you get a key. And I'm finna head out. Because Key, she did her job. She got all the girls gathered. She got the hotel room. She was like, I'm finna go do my thing. And I was like, hold on, cousin. You have to take me back to the city to get my car, because I'm not finna be stuck at this hotel with no car. She was like, okay, cool, because I'm headed down that way anyway. So, but before we do all of that, Key is waiting in her van. I go upstairs with the girls to check in the room, to go check the room out. So we walk in the room. Like I said, well, on the way to the room, it was very beautiful. It had a lot of pictures on the wall. It was very cutesy. But once we walk inside of the room, girl, it was giving very petite. It was giving very miniature. It was giving very stuffy. It was giving very little. Um, yes, they had two beds, girl, but it was like them twin size beds. I ain't even gonna lie to you. It was two twin size beds, and then um it had like a pull out couch. Yeah, the pull out couch was like a queen size, but okay, so it was gonna be me, Kate, Sierra, Bougie, and Lil Mama. It was five of us. So off bat, I put my spending night bag on top of that couch. You know, that pull out couch, because first of all, I'm the chunkiest one here. I need the room, so I want to sleep on that pull out couch. If Lil Mama or one of y'all little girls want to sleep with me, fine, but I immediately claimed my little spot. So the other girls are standing there looking crazy. They looking crazy, and I was just like, okay, the energy is getting a little whack. Let me go downstairs so Key can take me to get my car. Long story short, we get to my pop house. I pick my car up. Key like, all right, cuz you the oldest, like have fun, but y'all know, call me if anything. I'm finna be in the streets this weekend. I say, okay, we finna be in the streets too. She go her way, I go my way. I hit the bridge back to Miami Beach. So I park. I ain't parking, surprisingly. I go upstairs, and the atmosphere is funky. It's funky. It's a little quiet. The girls is like not really talking to each other, and it's because the hotel room is very small. It's because the beds are very small. How are two girls gonna fit on a twin size bed? Now, I was the chunkiest one there, but them girls was not that big. But I think they were arguing about who was gonna take, get what, and it was just the energy was just a little funky in there. Once I got the energy a little lifted up, I pull out my little Bluetooth speaker, and I just start playing music. I started playing a little Miami music, and now we in there drinking and vibing. I loosened the energy up a little bit in the room because it's supposed to be a late weekend. My little cousin is turning 18. We supposed to be in here partying. So it's like in the afternoon time. I'm not sure what time. Let's say it's 3 or 4 in the afternoon now. We are hungry. So I was like, okay, do y'all want to go out to eat? So everybody was like, yeah, let's go out to eat. I'm just like, okay, I know the perfect place. Let's go to Duffy's. Now, those of y'all who's familiar with Duffy's, I'm not sure if it's located in other places, but we have a Duffy's down here. It's like a sports bar and grill. They have a pool out there. You can sit at the bar. It's just a whole cool vibe out there. That's one of my favorite restaurants. And the girls was like, yeah, I love Duffy's. Let's go to Duffy's. So we all get ready. But while we getting ready, it's a little stuffy in there, y'all. It's a little it's a little miniature in there. It's a little small in there. So everybody is like walking over each other's toes. Tiara is sitting by the window. She is staring out the window because Tiara is over it. She is so mean. Lil Mama is just talking and talking. She has never done nothing in her life. You can tell. You can tell that her mom has kept her on lockdown her whole life. She just will not stop talking. And it didn't bother me because she's 15, she's 16, she's excited about the weekend or whatever. So we let her do her thing. Bougie, the girl, the older girl, she is very bougie. The reason I call her bougie is because, girl, we're going to Duffy's. No, let me stop, because some of y'all be tripping in the comments. Let's just say she had on a pound of jewelry. Around this time, I was not wearing wigs. I was not wearing weave like that. Her wig was just too much. It was just too much. Why am I calling this girl bougie? I'm calling her bougie for a reason. Like, she would kick her foot up with like Vaseline, and she would put on a sock right over it without like rubbing it in, and she would call us dry. She would say we had dry feet because we wasn't doing that to our feet. Okay, I get it. Okay, but how are we ashy because we don't want caked up Vaseline in our sock? Okay, bougie. How else is Miss Bougie bougie? Let me describe to y'all why I call her bougie. It's just how she was talking to us. It just was, well, I do this and you guys don't do that. I have this and you guys don't have that. You know, It was just giving bougie. Oh, I come down here to Miami all the time with my friends and we be at the Four Seasons. It was just giving bougie, y'all. Nonetheless, she was cool. She was down for a good time. So I let Miss Bougie slide. And so we all ready and we're heading down the street to Duffy's. Now, like I said, it's the still daytime outside. It's like 4 or 5 in the afternoon. And Duffy's is like, it got people in there, but it's not really packed. So it's like you can either sit inside or you can sit outside at the bar by the pool. Of course, it's lit weekend. We finna be at the bar by the pool and watching the people have a good time. I immediately take a seat at the bar because I just don't care. My little cousin Kay sit right next to me because, like I told y'all, she is my favorite little cousin. Tiara sits on the other side of me because she's mean and she ain't feeling Lil Mama or Bougie. And it was just Bougie and Lil Mama that just had to sit next to each other. So we ordering our food, everybody getting what they want. And Lil Mama come up to me and she was just like, can I sit next to Kay? And I'm looking at her like, so you want me to get up so you can sit in my seat or something like that? I'm a little confusion. She was like, yeah. I'm like, no. I sat down first. Like, I sat down first. How about you ask Tiara or how about you ask somebody else if they want to sit? Like, I don't know how that seating situation was, but she just wanted me to get up so she can sit next to Kay. No. Now, Kay, it was her birthday weekend. I paid for her food and she wasn't really feeling Lil Mama. Like, you would think it would be Tiara that was like just standoffish. You would think that Kay would stand off from Bougie. No. It was something about Lil Mama that everybody in the group was just, well, not me. I was the oldest. She wasn't really bothering me, but it was just something about Lil Mama that everybody in the group was not feeling, you know? So everybody, we ordered our food. Everybody got chicken wings, you know, burgers, you know, I got me a little Corona or whatnot. We having a good time. We talking. While we sitting there at the bar talking, it was like some chunky women in the pool. Like they had a few rolls and a few dimples in their thighs or whatever. Lil Mama kept talking about them. Lil Mama was just like, why she got on the bathing suit and her thighs so fat? First of all, we picked you up for your mama house. Your mama was a nice woman, but I remember your mama had fat under her arm. She had that little roll right there, you know, that little, she had that, yeah. So how are you talking about these girls that's in the pool talking about they fat when your mama fat? I'm the oldest in the group. I'm mature. I'm not saying this, but Tiara wasn't having it. So Tiara goes like, ain't your mama fat? So I'm like, okay, let's keep it cool. Because I already know that y'all was arguing in the room about the living arrangements for the weekend. I'm the oldest one here. Let me try to just keep it cool. Let me just shut up. I'm not going to say nothing. Lil Mama just kept going on and on and on. And you would think it would be Bougie. Because I told you that girl was bougie as fuck. But it wasn't her. You would think it was her, but it wasn't. Lil Mama just kept judging people. Like everybody who was coming inside of the restaurant, Lil Mama had something to say about it. Ain't nothing wrong with a little kiki here and there about, you know, everybody do it. Everybody do it. Y'all do it too. Everybody talk about each other in some sense. But it's like everybody, girl. So we eating our little chicken wing or whatever, and this couple comes at the bar. It was a white couple. It was an older lady, y'all. The older lady had on some shorts. She had on her little wedges, girl. She came to drink and have a good time. Tell me why Lil Mama just kept talking about this lady. She kept saying, she's old. Why she at the bar? Just because you 15 years old, you better hope you live to see this lady age. Then she's talking about something. Why she got purple veins in her legs? We picked you up from your mama house, right? Oh God, I'm sorry that her mama just keep catching the stray. We seen your mama in her little house dress, and your mama had a few veins in the back of her legs. Plus, she had some dimples in her thighs, and then she had this on the back of her arms. But you want to talk about this old lady? You better hope you live to see her age, Lil Mama. So at this point, I was just like, I jumped in the conversation a little bit, and I was just like, Lil Mama, I was like, you know, stop talking about people. I say, first of all, the lady sitting right next to us, she can hear us. I ain't got time for no bar fight. She started laughing and kiki, and Tiara was just like, yeah, because if the lady say something to us, I'ma slap you. I told y'all Tiara didn't play. She just kept talking and talking and talking. So it's like, I started to like distance myself from Lil Mama a little bit because I told you she was kind of the outcast in the group because she was talking too much and she was also the youngest out of the group. So I was talking to her, just because the other girls wasn't really feeling Lil Mama, So I started to not talk to her as much because she was starting to get on my nerve. Then she goes to say, "Oh, you paying for K food? Oh, she needs somebody to pay for her food. Her mama must be." First of all, Mama, first of all, cousin K, where did you find this little girl from? Where did you find this little girl from? First of all, she just keep running her mouth. Like, first of all, where did you find this friend from? So Kay jumped in. It was like, hold on, little mama, this is my cousin. It's my birthday weekend. I'm turning 18. She want to pay for my food. She can pay for my food. Little mama is just like giggling to herself, and she's just like, oh, you must be ain't got enough money for the weekend, and you did girl. These kids, these teenagers, they drove me up the wall. They drove me up the fucking wall. So I'm just like, y'all chill, y'all chill. The girl bougie is just like, little mama, it's her birthday. She could, if her cousin want to pay for her food, she could pay for her food. Y'all, let's just move on to the ending, right? So we eat all our food. The waiter come give us the check. I tell them, I say, give me one check for me and her. All the other girls got their own check, period. So the waitress come back. I paid for me and my little cousin food. It was a good little $58, $60. I paid for our food, and I'm looking around at everybody else like, it's time to pay for y'all food or whatever. So cousin Tiara, she paid for her little $28. Bougie, she pulled out her little purse. She paid for her little food. And then we got little mama sitting here on the end. Hello? So she's sitting there and she rumbling through her little crossbody purse, child. It's taking her a little long, she flicking a little lint out of it and shit like that. But nah, you was the one sitting here calling people fat. Yeah, nah, you was sitting here calling people old. You was sitting here saying my little cousin was broke on her birthday weekend because I wanted to pay for her food. What's going on? You're pulling out lint balls. So we're all quiet. And y'all know who said something, right? Tiara. So Tiara was like, oh, you broke or something? You broke? You broke. And then Bougie jumped in and was like, oh, why is it taking you so long to pull out your card or your cash? We're ready to go. It's getting late. Like, she was saying it like that. Like I said, she was under me. So she was the oldest of the girls too. So she was like, it's getting a little late. What's taking you so long? Finally, little mama pulled out her little $30, paid for her food, and she was quiet. She acted like she had a little attitude or whatnot. We didn't give a damn. So let me speed this up a little bit. So we leave Duffy's, y'all. Belly's full, had a good time. Tiara energy is coming up. Kate is having a good time. She's like, it's my birthday. I'm finna be 18 come midnight. We finna turn up. We finna turn up. So on the way back to the hotel, Kate is just like suggesting stuff. She was like, so what y'all want to do? Now, mind you, we didn't have an itinerary for this weekend. I don't think that my cousin had any idea what she wanted to do. So she was like, what y'all want to do this weekend? What y'all want to do? So Tiara was like, do y'all want to go to the Rolex? And for those of y'all who don't know, the Lex down here is a strip club. It used to be called the Rolex. Now it's called the Lex. And it's a classic ass strip club down there in Carol City. And if you have never been to the Lex before, what are you doing with your life? You have to at least go there once. And that would have been my first time in the Lex that night, right? So cousin Tiara was just like, oh, I want to go to the Lex. Now, mind you, I'm of age. Bougie is of age. Tiara is 19. My little cousin was turning 18 come midnight. And then we got this little ass little mama. She's 15, 16 years old. And she looks like it. So everybody is like, yeah, I want to go to the Lex. Let's go to the strip club. Cousin Kate is like, I've never been in a strip club before. I want to go. Let's go. We in the hotel room, long story short, y'all. Everybody is getting ready. Oh, Tiara, she's a very simple girl. Tiara is very quiet, mean, straight to the point. She gets in the shower. She gets dressed. She's running her little blunt. She's sitting by the window. Me, I'm the oldest. Like I said, I'm sitting there. I'm rolling my little blunt with Tiara. We're sitting by the window, looking at the ocean. We're vibing. We're having a good time. Bougie, she's bougie. It took her forever to get dressed. She puts on this skirt. I don't like this skirt. She put on this shirt. I don't like this shirt. She put on this boot. I don't like this boot. My pinky toe hurts. It's just, she just kept putting it on, taking it off, putting it on, taking it off. She'll put on this chain. She'll take it off. She'll put on this bracelet. She'll take it off. She was just doing a whole lot of trying to get ready, you know. And in me, you know how girls is, especially like a hotel party. She had her luggage and everything is just laid out all over the hotel room, y'all. Everything. She got a jewelry over here. She got her makeup over here. She got her perfumes over here. And I might add, she had a good little dime. She had a good little amount of stuff. Because I even asked the girl, can I use that perfume right there? Yeah. And she just trying on stuff, put on this wig, take it off, and putting on this wig, and she'll take it off. And you know, like I said, us girls, we wasn't wearing no wigs at the time. We wasn't doing that. So we just looking at her, you know, in amazement, like, wow, this girl is really on her stuff. Bougie is bougie. So she eventually gets ready, y'all. Eventually, she gets her little outfit, she puts it on, and she put that shit on. You feel me? So now it's like Lil Mama turn. She's the only one holding us up. Lil Mama had on some, she had on some plaid knickerbockers, a plain polo shirt, and some white forces. Yes, dressed just like a 15-year-old. I said, first of all, hold on, nobody even gonna mention she's 16 years old. I said she can't even get in the strip club. Ain't nobody even thought of that shit until it was time for her to go. And I was like, she's 16 and she looked like it and she can't get in the strip club. So Tiara was just like, well, we can dress her up. We can dress her up and see if she want to go to the club, right? So we'll see if she can get in the club. So I was like, nah, that ain't gonna work. That is not gonna work. Tiara was like, that's gonna work. Like we did it to my friend before, and I have an extra ID. I was like, you lying, Tiara? She was like, yes, I have an extra ID. One is expired and one is not. But they ain't gonna check for that. Y'all know how the club, they be like, all right. So I was like, that ain't gonna work. Tiara was like, it's gonna work. And then Bougie jumped in. She was like, girl, I got like some extra clothes or whatever. You a little small or whatever, but I can make it work for you. Like, we can dress you up. So Lil Mama was feeling bad, but then she was like, oh yeah, I could probably try it on. Let's try it. Let's do it. And my cousin Kay, she didn't give a damn. She was just ready to get to the club. So I was like, this is not going to work. Y'all is going to embarrass me because I'm the oldest. This is not going to work. So Tiara was like, it's going to work. And Bougie was like, girl, it's going to work. I sat back, rolled my little blunt. I'm sitting by the window because I was like, oh my God, we finna go to this strip club and they is going to embarrass me. Yeah. So Bougie pulled out some little pants. It was like some bell bottom pants, sparkly pants. She had like some nice little sandals, and it was like a crop top and it tied in the front. Very cute, y'all. Very cute. But Lil Mama was shaped like a 16-year-old. She was this big. So the pants, it wasn't given because her body didn't fill it out. She looked like she was dressed up. She looked like she just didn't belong. So I was like, okay, y'all, let's try this. Give her the damn ID, and let's go to the strip club. Now, y'all, it's like midnight. It's midnight. We hit the bridge. We go to Carol City to the club. We get in a parking lot. My heart is racing. I'm like, they is gonna embarrass me because I'm the oldest one. Y'all, the whole way to the club, we talking. Lil Mama is quiet. Lil Mama is just all that little talking she was doing earlier. She is mute, honey. Bougie K, Tiara, everybody in the car. We having a good time. Good time. We get to the parking lot. We blast the music. It was hood niggas everywhere. It was niggas everywhere. So we parking lot pimping for the last 5-10 minutes in the parking lot. I'm touching up myself, and at the same time, I'm nervous because we got this little 16-year-old. First of all, we were dead wrong for that. First of all. Second of all, she's 16 and she looked like it. We can't get this girl in the club. So, child. Okay, so we finally cut the car off. We're slow walking to the entrance of this club. We're slow walking through the parking lot because I'm like, I am so embarrassed with this little girl. Y'all, As we approaching the door, I could see two security guards right there, and they staring at us, right? So soon as we approached the door, y'all, guess what he said? He said, I don't know where y'all taking that baby at. Ooh. So I looked at him. I was like, "What you talking about?" And he looking at little mama. He was like, "I don't know where y'all taking that baby at. She can't get in here." So Tiara was just like, she got an ID. She got her ID. Y'all, I'm already embarrassed because like I already know the security's on. The security know that she a little girl. Like, what are we doing here? So I started walking back to my fucking car. So Tiara was just like, she got an ID. She legal. She of age or whatever. And the security was like, nah, we ain't finna let that baby in here. As he should. As he should, because we were dead ass wrong, dog. We were dead ass wrong. So we pivot and take a walk of shame back to my motherfucking car, right? So she said, she's sitting in the car. She was like, y'all can go inside of the club and I'll just sit in the car. No, ma'am. No, we're not finna have you sitting in this car in the parking lot with all these drunk people. No. No, we just gonna go back to the hotel. So Tiara was just like, my period is on anyway. Like, I'll just stay at the hotel with her. It's no big deal. Like, I've been here before. Tiara, not the mean cousin now, she was like, y'all could just take me back to the hotel with her. My period is on. It's okay. I've been here a couple times already. I want y'all to have a good time. So I was like, okay, that's really nice of you or whatever. Whatever. She was, and then little mama was just like, nah. You can go with your cousins and have a good time. Y'all can just take me back to the hotel. I was like, you sure, La Mama? She was like, yeah, like, it's okay. Like, I'm just not feeling it no more. Like, y'all can just have a good time. Just take me back to the hotel. Tiara is insistent. I will stay with you, girl. I will stay with you because even though I don't fuck with you like that, I'm not finna let you just stay at the hotel by yourself. It's supposed to be a lit weekend. My period on anyway. Little mama was just like, nah, like y'all could just drop me to the hotel room. I'ma chill by myself. Like, everything is good. She was just insisting to Tiara, like, you don't have to stay here with me. You don't have to stay. Okay, y'all. Vroom. We go back across the bridge. I was pissed off. That's a lot of gas. That's a lot of time. I go back to the hotel on the beach. uh Drop little mama to the front room. We make sure she walked through the lobby. When I seen her get on the elevator, we vroom back across the bridge back to the club, right? So when we get in the club, because like all of us was of age, we finally in the club. I tell Kay to text Lil Mama. I say, text Lil Mama, see if she okay. She texts her. Lil Mama texts back, yeah, I'm good. I'm just watching TV, chilling. Cool. We ain't gonna be in here too long. We just come for the experience and we out. She like, okay. Y'all, this was my first time in this club. This was my first time in a strip club ever. And it was so many dudes. It was so much marijuana. I done seen stuff that I wasn't supposed to see. Thank God we didn't get Lil Mama in there because she didn't supposed to see that stuff either. It was a girl on stage with a light up butt plug and her stuff. And I was just like I said, this was my first time in a strip club. I didn't know you were supposed to throw money or get the fuck back from the stage. I didn't know that. Me, my little cousin, all of us is front and center at the club. But we is front and center on the stage, but we ain't throwing no money. Tell me why one of the strippers get on stage. She look at me dead in my eyes, and girl, she doing like this. She is throwing middle fingers up at us. Now, y'all, give me grace. Give us grace. Like I said, we were younger. I didn't know you supposed to, if you sitting in front of the stage, you supposed to throw that money. I didn't know that shit. So, girl, the stripper is just like throwing middle fingers up at us. I'm looking around like, what's she doing that to us? I didn't give a damn. We still sat there anyway. We had a good time. We looking at everybody. We had a couple drinks. Child, don't ask me how we got the drinks. We got them though. We chilling. And y'all, the night was young. The night was cool. The night was fun. We had a good time. The girl Bougie was dancing on some other girls. Tiara met a little boy in there, whatever. We all having a good time. I'm still sitting by the stage, not giving a damn about no money throwing, none of that. We have a good time. So it was like midnight-ish when we got there. Let's say it's like 3, 4 in the morning. 3, 4 in the morning, we leaving. We hit cross back the bridge, right? So we go upstairs, try to use the key, it didn't work. So I was like, man, Tiara, give me your key. My key not working. It didn't work. Man, Kay, give me your key. Let me try your key. It didn't work. We banging on the thing. Da 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 da. She's not answering, little mama. We like, yo, little mama, open the door. We trying not to be too loud because you know we're in the hallway. Little mama, open the door, open the door. Nothing. Little mama, open the door. Little mama. Man, Kay, call her. We calling little mama phone. Going to voicemail, girl. So I'm like, you know, like I said, I'm like, okay. I'm the oldest, so I'm like, okay. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she sleep. Maybe she is knocked the fuck out. She's sleeping, right? We go downstairs to the front desk. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, you remember I checked in with my older cousin earlier. He was like, yeah, I remember you. Blah, 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 blah. He gave me another key to the room. We go back upstairs and open it. It's open. It was eerie as fuck. So we walked in there real slow. We don't see little mama on the beds or whatever. So I'm looking to the other side of the room. I don't see little mama on the couch or whatever. It's eerie. So maybe we start getting a little worried because did she leave out the hotel room and she didn't tell us? Like, why would you leave and not text us? You know, like what's going on? Girl. See, first of all, I had nothing to take. I just had my little clothes, my little 1-2 whoop de whoop. Girl, you remember that big old suitcase I said Bougie had? Girl, it was spread out on the floor, girl. Lil' mama took her pickings. Lil' mama took Bougie's jewelry, took her perfume bottles, took them boots that hurt her pinky toe. Girl, when I say Lil' mama took all of Bougie's shit, girl, so once we see Bougie stuff all on, like the leftovers she did leave all on the floor, Tiara got to going through her shit because she had weed and she had her little jewelry or whatever. So Tiara started going through her spending night bag. Girl, tell me why her earrings, her hoops was gone, girl. Her little 3.5 was gone, girl. She had some Jordans, girl. Her Jordans was gone, girl. So I started looking through my little spending night bag. Now, mind you, I ain't have no stuff like that. You know, I just had a little bit of stuff. So I'm going through my stuff, and girl, my hoop, I love me some hoop. Girl, my hoop earrings is gone, girl. My little Chanel slides, my first name brand ever, Chanel slides was gone. Bitch, my Chanel slides was gone, girl. When I say Lil' Mama had done robbed us, took all our shit. So Kay is calling Lil' Mama phone. It's going to voicemail. It's going to voicemail. Nobody's answering the phone. So we still calling. No, she's not answering the phone. So I'm like, I know she didn't just take our stuff. Either she, please tell me she went for a walk and somebody came in here and stole our shit. Couldn't have been, girl, couldn't have been. So it's like 3, 4 in the morning when we got to the hotel. It's like 6. The sun is rising. No sign of Lil' Mama. I finally called Key, my big cousin. I'm like, Key, you remember Lil' Mama, girl? Lil' Mama is not here. She's not answering the phone. We went to the strip club last night and she's too young, so we left her here. We get back and all our shit is gone and she is gone. Key is like, nah, I know you lying. Key come to the hotel room. She's calling Lil' Mama phone because she was scared to call her mama. You feel me? Like, what if we lost her? So Key is just like, I don't know. Everybody is pissed off. Bougie is mad. She took all our stuff, girl. So finally, it's like, okay, that was like 6. Let's say it's like 9 in the morning now. We got no sleep because we worried about this girl. So Key finally was like, I'm finna just call her mama. So Key called the mama, and the mama answered the phone, was like, yeah, like she here. She said that she wasn't getting along with the girls, and you know that the girls wanted to go out, and she just didn't feel well anymore. So she called a taxi home. A taxi, bitch. She's 16 years old. I didn't know she knew how to catch a taxi in the first place. So she told her mama that she just wasn't feeling good and she wasn't getting along with us, and she called a taxi home. Bitch, and she took our shit. So I said, Key, tell her mama she took all our stuff. So Key tell the mama that she took all our stuff. The mama's like, well, I only seen her came in the house with one bag. The bag that she left with. No, ma'am. Check that motherfucking bag. She took our shit. Sometimes mamas just do too much. The mama wouldn't check Lil' Mama bag. I'm assuming. Maybe she checked her bag later on that day when we wasn't on the phone, whatever, what have you. But the mama was adamant that Lil' Mama came in the house with one bag and it just was her stuff. Like, Child, I told Key, I said, let's go down south and pull up to her house. Key was just like, nah, it's not worth it. I don't want, we're gonna get in a fight or whatever. All of that stuff she took is replaceable. Just don't talk to her no more. She was telling my little cousin, don't talk to her no more. Like, apparently she's a thief. It was a whole lot of, whole lot of y'all. The little girl stole our shit. Yep. Stole my Chanel slides, girl. Took bougie jewelry and wigs, girl. She took Tiara weed, girl. She didn't even smoke. I'm gonna give it to one of her little boyfriends. That was a time that was had. That was a time that was had. I wish Tiara would have popped on her shit when she felt like it at Duffy's. You know, that girl stole our shit. Lil' mama was something else. I know this story is a little long, probably. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. If there's anything I left out of this story, I will come back and do a part 2, or I'll just come back and add it to, to the next story time for y'all. That was a time to be had, y'all, and she stole our shit. I think she got mad because she couldn't get in the club. Or maybe she had that in her brain the whole time to steal our stuff. Yeah. I really don't know. That little girl stole all our shit. Yes, she did. Yes, she did. If y'all enjoyed this story time, y'all know what to do. Please subscribe to your girl channel. Don't be a silent watcher. Like the video. Leave a comment down below. All that good stuff. And until next time, y'all, I love y'all. Peace.